Eric Drummer Boy Molina, two-time heavyweight world title challenger. Been a teacher for going on 6 years, and I've been a professional fighter for about 10 years. I started when I was about 22, 23 years old. Just kind of in a small gym like this one. Come in and saw people hit the bag and just slowly kind of grew into the sport. Fell in love with it and just stuck with it, stubborn with it. Yeah, the TDB KO Fitness Club has always been an idea of mine to open up my own gym. I've always, since I was about 23 years old when I started boxing, the being inside a gym has always just felt right for me. It's been my sanctuary, it's been my escape, and I love I love doing work, I love hitting the bag, I like exercising, I like strength training, and so I had my gym in Wessico, and that gym was designed just specifically for my boxing workouts, but it was in a warehouse, it was extremely hot, no air conditioning, so I always envisioned one day, maybe getting a little gym together and open up to small group training and kind of add some strength conditioning. And I feel like this was the right time. Me going into my 6th year in education here in Edinburgh, I feel like it was the right time, especially to get something close to where I worked, and also to kind of open up to the community more. And that's exactly where this concept came in, the TDB KO Fitness Club. We combine strength conditioning with boxing and boxing drills, along with basic boxing training that professionals do, that I do while I train for my fights, and kind of combining unique workouts about an hour long in groups of 8, and just kind of keep it fun, keep it fresh, keep it slick every day, and bring something new to the table, and keep my clients motivated and give them an experience that they're comfortable with. The biggest part of being in the gym is just feeling comfortable, feeling positive energy, feeling love, feeling all those things I feel are very important when you walk inside a gym. You gotta feel, if you don't feel comfortable, you ain't gonna stay there. You ain't gonna really commit to it. So I try to design my gym here so when people walk in, they feel comfortable, they feel loved, they feel like family, and they feel at home. And so I hope that the concept can be successful here, and I'm looking forward to opening on September 1st. We should be good to go.
Awesome.
Right now, I start back to work on Thursday, and I get back onto my schedule of being a teacher, being an educator. I'll be at Harwell Middle School, and going back, and I'll be fighting again. Like 6 out of my 10 years of my 5.5 years of my career, I've been in the classroom, and I fought more than half my fights as a teacher, and I just feel like that's just where I'm best at. I feel like if I'm not on the routine and I'm not on the grind every day, then I just really can't produce. And so I love being in the classroom. I love working with special ed students. That's where I'm going back, and I'll be here training. And I'm looking at returning in the fight here at home, September 2nd in Mission, Texas, and this will be the 3rd time that I got to bounce back. And my career has been a bounce back story. I get into big fights, I might take a loss, but I always seem to bounce back. A resilient fighter, stubborn fighter. Especially now that I'm getting older, I hear from my wife more. That maybe it's time to stop boxing, but I'm stubborn, and I've been stubborn since I was 0-1, and I feel like I can still fight. I feel like I can still do this, and I want to prove it to myself, and I want to prove it to the people that I'm going to chase that 3rd title shot. I mean, my favorite fighter, I look up to guys like Muhammad Ali. He's, without a doubt, the most inspirational fighter for who he was inside and outside the ring, what he represented, his intelligence. He backed up what he said. He was one of the smartest, smoothest fighters, pound for pound, in my opinion. But just him being a heavyweight, it was more captivating for me. And to this day, I remember looking at the early parts of my career, trying to mimic his moves and stuff, and I never really did get close to those moves. But in my mind, I felt like I was. But definitely, without a doubt, Muhammad Ali, and with all the things that he did for boxing, for fighters like me, and just to fight, I spoke to you earlier, just to fight for the WBC heavyweight world title, which is the same belt that he held, that Mike Tyson held, it's an honor for me to fight for that belt and almost win the belt, but to go down in history as a two-time world title challenger in the heavyweight division, from these guys that I look up so much. I just feel so blessed about that. My thoughts on,
Yeah.
I feel like that fight is, I feel like Mayweather's got to win that fight, and it's funny how the world can think that fight, in my opinion, could be competitive. I don't see that fight being competitive. I kind of look at it as like a circus show. It's like wrestling, kind of. But I feel like the same way Mayweather can beat McGregor in boxing, I feel like McGregor can beat him in MMA. And I just feel like the fight is gonna leave a lot of question marks. Like, you have two fighters. There's a possibility that McGregor can lose so bad that he possibly never boxes again on that level. And you have Floyd Mayweather, who, again, could go back into retirement. He's 41 years old. So, it doesn't really brew up to another fight. It kind of ends there. And I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen in this fight. I feel it's going to be Mayweather just like winning on such a wide margin to where it might be the first and last of its kind of fight.